Lou Piniella and the Cincinnati Reds in San Francisco Wednesday evening trying to preserve their lead in the National League West. Bottom of the first, though, third place San Francisco gets on the board as Matt Williams hits this one off the third base bag. RBI number 103 for Williams as Litton scores, and it's 1-0 San Francisco. To the top of the second, and the Reds will tie it at 1. Herm Winningham with this shot down the left field line picks up RBI number 12 as Hal Morris scores. Gary Carter, though, would give the Giants the lead back in the top of the fourth as he hits his 9th homer of the year, getting RBI number 25. With that home run shot, it's 2-1 San Francisco. Lou Piniella a little bit unhappy as he will come out, lose his gum there. He was ejected from the game by Jim Quick after arguing with him from the dugout. Game would continue, and in the top of the fifth, that same inning that Piniella got kicked out, Paul O'Neill will tie the game at 2 with his 68th RBI. This single to left scores Billy Dorn from second base, and we are knotted at 2. Hal Morris will break that tie as he comes up with a line drive homer over the right field wall, his 7th on the season, RBI number 26. Cincinnati 3-2. The Reds would add 2 more in the top of the 8th to take a 5-2 lead. Chris Sabo picking up one of those with a bloop single just over into right field, scoring Hal Morris. RBI number 62 for Sabo. It was 5-2 Reds. Into the 9th it went. Rob Dibble would give up 1 run on a sac fly to make it 5-3, but would get Kevin Mitchell with Will Clark on at second to pick up his 10th save. Norm Charlton gets the win. He's 11-7. Don Robinson taking the loss, drops to 10-5. Reds win it 5-3.
A beautiful full moon over St. Louis tonight as the Cardinals play host to the Montreal Expos. Pick up action in the top half of the first inning. Tim Wallach will step up to the plate with Tim Raines at first base, and he will smack a 2-run home run to left field. This coming off starter Jose De Leon. For Wallach, it's home run number 19, RBIs number 84 and 85, and the Expos take a 2-0 lead. In the bottom half of the first inning, the Cardinals come back. Felix Jose will hit a single into right field. Bernard Gilkey will score, and the Expo lead is cut to 2-1. In the top half of the second inning, Divino DeShields will hit a ground rule double to left field as this one bounces over the wall. Jerry Goff will score, RBI number 32 for DeShields, and the Expos take a 3-1 lead. Later in the inning, Jose De Leon will uncork a wild pitch with the bases loaded. Otis Nixon will score, and the Expos have a 4-1 advantage. In the bottom of the fourth inning, the Cardinals get one back when Rex Hudler steps up and hits a solo home run to left field. Number 7 for Hudler, RBI number 21. And the Montreal lead is cut in half at 4-2. They get that run back in the top of the fifth inning when Larry Walker hits a solo home run to right field. Number 17 for Walker, RBIs number 43 and 44 as Tim Wallach also scores. That gives the Expos a 6-2 lead. That's the way this one finishes up as Chris Nabholz gets the win. His record now 4-0. Jose De Leon with the loss. His record drops to 7-15 as once again the Expos win it by a score of 6-2. And the Philadelphia Phillies pick up action in the top half of the second inning. Domingo Ramos with a ground out 4-3. Andre Dawson scores from third, and the Cubs lead it 1-0. Charles Barkley in attendance tonight in Philadelphia. In the bottom of the eighth with the game tied up at 1 apiece, Darren Dalton hits a ground rule double. Juan Dykstra scores from third, giving the Phils a 2-1 lead, and the lead for good as they win at 4-1. Terry Mulholland with the win, his record now 8-8. Steve Wilson with the loss, his record drops to 4-8. Roger McDowell picks up his 19th save.
On Wednesday night, looking to avoid the sweep against the Oakland Athletics. Top of the third inning, second and third, 1 out for Harold Baines, and he'll get a base hit to left center field. Ricky Henderson will score. It's his 100th run to score, so will Doug Jennings, and the A's lead 2-0. Still in the top of the third inning, Mark McGuire will hit a rocket home run into the screen in left field. Number 34 for McGuire, he picks up Harold Baines. RBIs 91 and 92 for McGuire. And the A's jump to a 4-0 lead off of Greg Harris and the Red Sox. Bottom of the fourth inning, 22-game winner Bob Welch on the mound. Strikes out Tom Bernansky with Mike Greenwald at third base to end the fourth. Top of the fifth inning now, Doug Jennings will hit a solo homer to right field off of Harris. His second home run of the year, both coming off of Harris. And the A's lead this game 5-0 after 4.5 innings at Fenway. Bob Welch cruising right along. Here he'll get Mike Marshall on a pitch way outside the strike zone. in the bottom half of the 5th inning, his 4th strikeout victim on the night. Sacrifice fly in the 6th by Jennings, and it's 6-0 Oakland. Rob Murphy now in relief for the Sox in the top of the 9th inning. Carney Lansford will hit a base hit to center field that scores Lance Blankenship. RBI 49 for Lansford, and it's 7-0 Oakland. Mark McGuire will get 2 more RBIs when he hits a double high off the wall in left center field. Terry Steinbach and Lansford score RBIs 93 and 94 for McGuire. He had 4 in the ball game. The A's win by a score of 10-0. Welch the winner. He's 23-5. Greg Harris the loser. He drops to 12-6 as the A's sweep the Red Sox in the 3-game set.
Tuesday evening in Baltimore, and the Orioles are home to take on the Mariners. The O's trying to end a 5-game losing streak. And Ken Griffey Sr. continued his assault on the American League. Top of the 1st inning, Griffey with this double into the right field corner, scoring Harold Reynolds his 4th RBI since moving over to the American League. 1-0 Seattle. To the top of the 2nd, and the Mariners would take a 2-0 lead as Scott Schaefer picks up RBI number 6. He singles into left center field, and it is 2-0. A Harold Reynolds sac fly would make it 3-0, and then the rains would come, causing a lengthy delay in this game. But play would resume, and in the bottom of the 2nd inning, the Orioles would come back with a vengeance. Billy Ripken with the score 3-1 after a bases-loaded walk. He will come up with this 2 RBI single to left field, scoring Bob Melvin and Jeff McKnight. RBIs 25 and 26, and we are tied at 3. With the score tied at 4, we move to the bottom of the 2nd, and Bob Melvin breaks the tie 5-4 with this bloop single into right field, scoring Devereaux, Melvin's 5th RBI. But then it's time for the younger Griffey to come through with his 65th RBI, singling to right field to score Harold Reynolds in the top of the 8th. We are tied at 5. And then in the 9th, Reynolds would put this game out of reach, giving Seattle the win as he hits his 1st Major League Grand Slam. This one off of Kevin Hickey over the left field wall. His 4th home run of the season, just his 1st as a righty. RBIs 45, 46, 47, and 48. As the Mariners win it 9-5, Keith Comstock gets the win. He is 7-3. Kevin Hickey drops to 1-3.